Hey gang, welcome to Homemade Heroes. I am Jay, your GM, player, and guide, and we continue on with our journey. Previously on the show, we saw Nana, Finistariel, and Tulip move further into the ruin that they are exploring. As they move on from Tulip's dead friends and the spiders that had killed them, Finistariel turns on Tulip and berates her for accusing him of not acting quickly enough to save her friends. And he rightly points out that Tulip and her friends had pushed a wall down on Nana, perhaps meaning to hurt Finistariel, but trapping Nana there instead. Following this, they come across a couple of rooms. Entering the first room, they come across a dead half-orc who it seems has died of wounds or perhaps a lack of nourishment from starvation. Exploring a crack in the wall beyond the dead half-orc, they find a small amount of treasure, 10 gold coins and a gold scarab pin. Adding this to their inventory, they continue on to the next room and strangely find nothing. Back in the corridor, Finistariel's light suddenly goes out and they're plunged into darkness. Quickly reigniting the light, they see, coming down the corridor towards them, two large balls of what turns out to be dung, pushed by two rather large dung beetles. As the dung beetles realize that they are not alone, they stop rolling the balls, and the one in front suddenly turns to attack Nana. And that's where we're going to pick things up right now. This is the layout for the confrontation. You see our two dung beetles, one in grey and one in brown, and their large dung balls. A very useful piece of Lego, it turns out. And then we have Nana, Finistariel, and Tulip over on the far side of the corridor. This is the situation that faces our adventurers. The dung beetle in front has turned to attack Nana, while the one behind it has yet to move towards the group. With the home rule initiative system that I'm using for this game, I'm comparing Nana's dexterity score, as that is the highest in the group, against the dexterity score of the dung beetles. And Nana's is a +1, while the dung beetles is a -1. That means that Nana and the rest of her group are going to go first in the order of Nana, Tulip, and Finistariel, followed by the dung beetles. Nana holds her warhammer in her two hands as the dung beetle scuttles towards her. She realizes, with a quick burst of speed the dung beetle puts on, that this beast is attacking her, and she readies to attack. Okay, so here we go. We're going to roll Nana's attack. That is a 14 + 2, 16 total, so that is going to hit. The dung beetle's AC is 13. Nana moves forward and lifting up her hammer. So Nana moves forward and lifting up her hammer strikes the dung beetle square in the head. And let's roll her damage, which is a D10. That is a 6, and she has a +1 modifier, so 7 damage. That is a great start. As Nana's warhammer strikes the dung beetle on top of the head, its head sinks down and the bottom of its head crashes into the floor, the mouthpieces clashing together and narrowly missing Nana. Let's move on to Tulip. Tulip is going to move forward, and she is also going to attack that dung beetle. That is a 6. That is probably not going to be enough. 6 plus... No, that's definitely not going to be enough. So her attack misses. Finistariel looks around. I will keep the light on, yes? And moves slightly back away from the melee. So that ends their turn. This is now the dung beetle's turn, so the dung beetle in front will go first, followed by the one behind. So that dung beetle is going to attack, and going to attack Nana, I suspect. 15 is going to hit, as Nana's AC is 14, and they are attacking with a 1d4. So 1d4, that is a 1. Not too bad, but the dung beetle charges in and they have an ability called Knock. So Nana is going to need to roll a DC 9 saving check to see if she manages to stay on her feet or she's going to be knocked prone. That is a 6, plus her strength modifier of 2 is 8. She does not make it. So Nana gets knocked prone by that dung beetle. Seeing Nana on the ground, the second dung beetle takes advantage of this and scuttles in and is going to attack. Natural 1. Whew, okay, lucky. So that attack misses. As it scuttles in, Nana rolls to the side and just manages to miss as the T-shaped head of the dung beetle charges forward and, stopping short, just misses Nana. Alright, that brings us back to the top of the initiative order. Nana is on the ground, and so she needs to get up off the ground and onto her feet so that she can continue to fight. After completing that roll away from the other dung beetle, Nana gets to her feet and attacks again at the one that she had previously damaged. Let's see if she hits. Oof, that is a 6 plus 2, 8. That is not going to hit, not even close. Tulip glances over at Nana as she gets to her feet and then runs in and attacks, following Nana's attack. Oh, that's a 4. Okay, that's not going to hit. Finistariel still is not involved in this fight, aside from providing light. He calls out, "I will continue to provide the light. I'm sorry." And that brings us to the dung beetle's turn again. Okay, so the first one rolled a 3. That's not going to hit Nana. The second one gets a 12. A 12 is not going to hit. Nana's AC is 14. Nana grits her teeth. "It's time to take you down." And she is going to attack again. 17. Okay, yes, 17 plus 2. That is 19. That's definitely going to hit. And so she strikes with her hammer. That is a 7. Okay, fantastic. So she lifts her hammer up and brings it down again on top of like the dung beetle's head, and the dung beetle just drops, like his legs go out to the side and it splats with ichor spreading out onto the floor and splashing Nana and Tulip's feet. So I'm going to flip this up to show that it is dead. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to push its legs out like this. Splat. With that, Nana turns and quickly faces the stag beetle in front of her, and she's like, "Ah, ah." What I'm going to do here is roll a morale check. As in Shadowdark, enemies that are reduced to half their number or half their hit points when there is a single monster, roll a morale check to see if they continue to fight or whether they run in fear. That is going to be a DC 15 wisdom check. So rolling here, DC 15, that is a 4. The dung beetle turns tail and, scuttling as fast as it can, runs down the corridor in the opposite direction. Anna glances around. "Is everybody okay? Oh, that was a close one. Dung beetles? What's producing all this dung? It's bizarre down here in a dungeon. I don't know what to say." Finistario comes over, looking slightly abashed, as if he's a little ashamed that he hasn't been able to contribute more to either of the fights that their group has encountered so far in the ruins of this building. "I think we should look at the body closer, and perhaps those giant balls of dung, to see if we can come up with some kind of clue as to where they came from and, well, I was going to say what it is they're doing, but I suppose that's pretty obvious there. Well, they seem like they're maintenance workers cleaning up the corridors or cleaning up some area that's full of excrement." I'll take a look. And with that, he takes a look at both the stag beetle and the balls of dung. I'm going to roll on the oracle and see if there's any kind of sign of where they've come from, or any clues as to what they've come from that Finistériel might pick up. I think the chances are pretty likely, as these balls of dung have no doubt picked up things as they've been rolled along the ground, which may give some kind of clue as to where they've come from. So I'm going to roll with advantage. An 8 and a 4. So that is a no answer. And because the 8, which is the highest score, is an even number, we don't get a but. This is something that I haven't been using in the game so far. But another aspect of the oracle is when you roll an odd number, you have the addition of but to the response. So it could be a yes but or a no but. So if we had rolled a 9 there, say, it would have been a no but, which allows us to kind of continue on finding out more information or establishing something. So unfortunately we don't have that. So Finistériel looks, and I don't see anything that would be of use here. The only thing we have is the direction they came down the corridor. So, Nana, I suppose you're going to say, let's keep going in that direction? Aye, you know I am. We're here, so we may as well take a look. And nobody came to any harm there, did they? Well, I know you didn't, Finistériel. Tulip, are you okay? Tulip nods. Okay, well, let's get on then. Nothing we can take from this body, no? No, let's just leave it be, and we'll carry on. That is going to end our first scene. So they have defeated the dung beetle, and they are going to continue in the same direction, following that fleeing dung beetle. The group continues through the corridors, and they seem to be slowly winding their way downwards. I'm going to roll a perception check for Nana, who's in the front, to see if she notices anything as they continue on their way. That is a 12, plus Nana's wisdom is 11, so nothing to add to that, 12. I think she does notice something, but let's roll on the prompts table to see what it is that she notices. $63 reverse, 35 asset, reverse asset. That's not really giving me enough information to work with, so I'm going to roll again and see if we can get another pairing of words that might help fire up the imagination here. 23 overcome, 90 order, overcome order. Okay, I'm going to write these down so that I don't lose track of them. I think I have a sense here of where this prompt might be leading us. So if we consider the dung beetle to be an asset of whatever other presence is down here in the ruins, which we had established that there was in episode 4, that these dung beetles were working for some kind of creature, which turned out to be a winged reptilian creature that is greedy. So if the dung beetles are an asset of this reptilian creature, and they are reversed, then the reverse is the direction of their movement. Like, so they were moving towards the group, and then when they ran away with the loss of morale, they reversed direction and ran away from the group. So I think this indicates that they are going to find some sort of trail of the dung beetle. And the overcome, what was it again? Overcome order means that the state of the corridors that they're moving down is gradually going to become more and more decrepit and be breaking down, and be the walls and floor are more damaged. Nana looks around and thinks to herself that this place is definitely starting to show signs of wear and tear. Hey, Julep, Finistariel, look over there. Looks like there's some sign of the dung beetle passing this way. And have you noticed? This corridor is starting to get a wee bit decrepit, to be honest. It's further back it was looking pretty good. And here things are starting to break down. Cracks in the walls, stuff on the floor. It's not been looked after and not seen a good time of it, that's for sure. I think we may have a bit of a trail here in front of us. So sooner or later we're going to find out where that dung beetle came from and what or who created those giant balls of crap. Very good, Dana. You continue to lead. I will stay here and provide the light, as is my task in this group. With that, the trio continue the journey, now having to skirt pieces of masonry and stone that have fallen in from the walls as the way becomes more challenging before them. They continue downward and eventually come to a large set of double doors. Let's have the characters roll perception checks here to see if they notice anything about the doors. A 2 and a 3. Okay, they do not pick up very much information. They stop in front of the doors. Nana glances over at the other two. Julep, do you have any particular skills in sneaking or making yourself unseen, moving quietly, that type of thing? Julep shakes his head. No, I am more of a performer, if you will. Yes, if you need somebody to speak to somebody about something, I'm the one that could do that. So if I need somebody to speak to somebody, you're the one to do that. Okay, well, I suppose I'll let you know if that's necessary. With that, Nana moves over and is going to test the door to see if the door is unlocked. Let's roll on the oracle and see if the door is unlocked. I think that probably it's going to be a 50-50, so we'll see what happens. 17. The door is unlocked, but... So this is where things get interesting. I think that because the state of the corridor around them has gradually become worse and worse, these doors are probably not particularly well kept, and I think that upon trying to open them, they are going to be rather noisy. So I am going to roll a stealth check for Nana to see if she's able to quietly open the doors, but I'm going to do that with disadvantage because we got that 17, it's an odd number, and we get that but at the end of the yes. Let's see how the stealth roll goes for Nana. And so that is going to be with her dexterity modifier of +1. Oh, okay. A 19 +1, so a dirty 20. Nana reaches forward and puts her hand on the ring of the right hand side door. She gently pushes and pulls it to see if it will open in either direction. It appears to be unlocked, but as she's pulling it towards her, she feels some resistance and she quickly stops. She glances at the other two. She reaches out her other hand, and grasping the ring on the left-hand door, she slowly eases it open. This door moves freely, and no resistance or sound comes as it opens towards her. Upon opening the door just a couple of inches, she immediately notices that the room beyond is filled with a soft blue glow, and the other two see this light wash out over her face. Quickly glancing at the other two, she slowly draws the door open further, enough so that she can peek her head between the closed door and the open door. Finistariel and Tulip hear the soft whispered "Bugger." And with the door now open, even just a handful of inches, the other two can hear mutterings and movement, shuffling, scraping, some soft yowls and animal-like sounds. Slowly, Nana eases the door closed and steps back, turning towards the others. With that blue light no longer shining upon her face, she's lit by the orange light that spills out from Finistariel's staff. She says, "We may have bitten off more than we can chew here, folks. I think that perhaps we should go back." Finistariel, "Nana, what do you mean? We've come all this way, and with so much danger. Why would we turn back? What do you see?" "Well, Finistariel, there are a significant number of beasties in that large hall behind those doors. And, well, there's a huge beastie that seems to have imprisoned them all. I don't know, but I know we've found where that crap came from." Seeing Nana's face and hearing her words, Finistariel's curiosity is instantly piqued. He needs to know what's in that room. He needs to see it with his own eyes. He thinks of all the study that he's done, the few score books that his father has, a veritable treasure house of knowledge and books in a land that has very few of either anymore. Finistariel considers himself to be something of a scholar of the pre-Sundering, at least as much as anybody he's ever met. "Nana, I need to see it. I need to see what is in that room, unless you can describe it for me better than what you already have." Nana shakes her head. "I'm not going to tell you no, but I'd advise against it, Finistariel. Seems like they don't know we're here. It's probably better we keep it that way. We can just walk away. We'll go back up to the surface and look for something else. We'll find our treasure elsewhere. Perhaps we can take the head of that dung beetle that we killed and take that as a sign that we've achieved something down here. What do you say, Finistariel? You had the right idea. Let's head back." "No, I want to take a look. I said before that I didn't understand why I was here, that it wasn't my place. Perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps this is exactly why I'm here. You know that I'm interested in new knowledge, Nana, and I think this is a good opportunity. I will be quiet, and I will follow your instructions otherwise, but this I need to do." And with that, Finistariel strides towards the door and reaches out a bold hand towards the ring. Nana whispers, "Finistariel, take it slow." Finistariel slows down, reaches his hand around the iron ring, and as Nana did, gently opens it up. He moves his head into the gap. Let's take a stealth roll for Finistariel to see if he is able to keep his presence concealed. That is an 8, and what I neglected to do on the last stealth check is to roll a perception check for whatever is inside the room to see if they notice. Because Finistariel has a -1 to his dexterity, that roll is actually going to be an 8 minus 1, so 7. So they need to beat a 7. So whatever is on the other side of that door needs to beat a 7 in order to notice the door opening for the second time. Let's see what happens here. That is a 14. Okay. As Finistariel gasps, Nana winces, and all of a sudden a voice drifts out to their ears, both Finistariel and the other two in the corridor.
"Ah, what have we here? Hello, my friends. Please, come on in, don't be shy. I don't bite."
And with that, Finistariel swings the door open wider and strides into the room, apparently unafraid. As Nana and then Tulip quickly run after Finistariel through the open door and into his wake, they stop and stare, mouths agape, at this gigantic reptilian creature that looms over Finistariel, its huge eyes peering down towards the slender elven youth.
"So bold to come before me like this. But wait, I invited you. So welcome, welcome. What is it you seek, young one?"
And that, folks, is where we're going to leave it for today. Another great finish. Can't wait to see where this goes, what Finistariel has to say to this huge creature. So we'll see you back here in a week's time. Thanks for watching, and farewell for now.